Okay, been doing some dry runs of my gear, what I call my lighter weight kit. It's not ultralight. I spent some money. I haven't gone full bore as to everything I would like to get, but essentially 20 pounds of base weight without food and water, which is 30 pounds with food and water for 3 days. So about 6 pounds of food here. I'm not going to go through all the food. You can see what it is. Basically, I can get all this at Walmart. So this really works out well. It's relatively cheap for 3 days of food. It's enough nutrition. And then 4 pounds of water would be 2 liters. So it's 10 pounds. So the 20 pounds base weight, 10 pounds plus food and water. All right, so here we go. I'll try and be somewhat quick about it. So we got the Go-Lite Jam, weighs 2 pounds, 50 liter. I got it for $50 used off of Backpacking Link forums. This is the medium without the load lifter straps. I wish I could change that, but that's the way it is. I got my cook kit here, which is a stainless steel cook pot, and got my little spatula, and I use an Esbit stove and a cat can stove, depending on what I want to do. I use these Koglins Esbit tablets because they're cheaper than the regular Esbit brand, and you get 2 of those. Is the same as one Esbit tab, and it's $5 for 24 of them, so you get 12 of them for $5 essentially. Silicone collapsible bowl with my Lexan spork, pack towel, hygiene kit. In there is a small mirror, a razor. I know you wouldn't necessarily use that on a through hike, a toothbrush, toothpaste, shaving cream, soap, deodorant. I just have a cheapo Garrity headlamp here, 3 AAA. These are my books and media. Of course, I wouldn't take all these trail guides, but again, I'm trying to do a section hike. Got some 100-mile trips planned for next year, or some 100-mile trips. Hopefully, I can start them next year. We'll see how that goes. 2 liters of water right here. I call this my kitchen junk drawer. It's got my Mora athletic tape, some Advil, an extra lighter, wet ones, a light glow stick, waterproof matches, some extra alcohol, Aquamira tabs, the emergency blanket. That's basically all my extra gear. Now that weighs 2 pounds. I could whittle that down, but that's the way I do it. Of course, I've gone over the food here. Clothing. In here is a Eagle Creek medium-sized compression sack. This is really pretty nice. They're about 15 bucks, but they're pretty nice. And I got a down vest in here. Again, this is cold. If it gets below 50 down to 40s, above freezing, this will do me. So I got some Army surplus mittens in there, an extra pair of socks, and my down vest, all compressed. For my hard shell, I've been just using a cheap nylon anorak type. Only zips down halfway, and I've coated it with urethane and then sealed the seams with silicone, Silmet. I use this stuff. It actually works pretty good. It's not 100% waterproof, but for the cost, it's less than $10 of work, and it works just fine. Everything's going to wet out eventually, from my experience, what I understand. And some Mountain Laurel Design event rain mitts. I got some Mountain Hardwear gaiters here. Of course, these 2, it's debatable whether I use them, but if you get into those shoulder seasons, 32 degrees, sleet, so on, I hike in shorts all the way down to about 35 degrees. As long as I'm moving, I'm just fine. These things do come in handy if the weather turns bad. I have the Bear Paw Wilderness Designs bathtub floor. A contractor bag to put under the floor. This is a Silnet floor. I don't trust it. It was, $55, and I put something underneath it, so I have to bring both of these together. That's about 12 ounces right there. My 6 Moons Design Gatewood cape, that's another 11 ounces there, so I got about 22, 24 ounces between those 2. That's my shelter. Tent stakes, depending on what kind of ground I'm going to be pounding into. I could use titanium stakes, or I can do the galvanized landscaping nails. It's all going to vary the weight. But I pretty much need 6 stakes for the Gatewood cape, along with my single trekking pole. At night, and if it gets really nasty, I got an extra pair of nylon pants and a Smart Wool midweight layer top. I have a a nylon shirt that I always keep in here, an extra pair of smart wool socks, and some Thermosilk lightweight long johns. So that's kind of my nighttime gear right there. So this, along with this, really, if it turns cold at night, that's what I start to have to put on. I got a cheapo sleeping bag here. I want to get an Enlightened Equipment Designs or an Enlightened Equipment 20-degree quilt, but they're $260. So for now, I got a 3-pound sleeping bag. It actually is pretty warm down to about 35 degrees. I use the SOL Escape Bivy. I think it's worth it. It's 10 ounces. I have a Thermarest Pro Light here. I think that's 12 ounces. Pack, I told you, is 2 pounds. This weighs 2 pounds, you know. That's it. 20 pounds plus my food. It's probably a little over 20 pounds, but I'm pretty much at 20 pounds, and I'm pretty happy with it down to about 32 degrees. Thanks for watching.